Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hey besties, hey, I'm back. It's Behind the Shade, and I just got through watching The Real Housewives of Rhode Island, or should I say, a little Salt Lake City and a little Jersey. Honey, New Jersey don't need to come back quite as it's kept. I think Rhode Island got it covered. We got the Italians, we got the friendships, the tea. Everybody got the rumors. Man, this is rumor central. Rhode Island is rumor island, okay? And quiet as it's kept between me and you, Jersey don't need to come back. But it don't matter if it do, because besties, I don't recap that franchise. Teresa Giudice gets on my nerves. I can't handle her. I like her brother, but I cannot tolerate her. So don't look for any recapping if that franchise comes back. It's supposed to. But honey, they said that Teresa and Melissa worked things out, but they say that's fake for the show because they had to, they had to, or else. So anyway, let's get into this, honey. We got Liz. She has three stepdaughters. Brianna, who is 26, met a guy named Zach and got pregnant real quick, honey. Real quick. They haven't even met this guy yet. Okay. So they are all at his Zach's parents are coming to Liz's in-laws house for dinner so they all can meet. So to be Liz and her husband, the three daughters, the boyfriend, and then his parents with, did I say Liz's in-laws, meaning her husband's daddy and mom? Okay, so they're all gonna be together, big happy family. Let's get to know one another. Great. So Liz helped raise her three stepdaughters just as soon as she got married. She wasn't expecting that because, she has no children, but their mom was absent or whatever, and the kids needed her. And so they fulfill her need to want children. And I like that for them. That's really special because for someone to come in and raise your children, that is a special person that wants to do that when they have no children of their own. Liz seems to love her in-laws, and then we learned that maybe because of maybe she loves them because she lost her mom when she was 15, and then her daddy passed away right before her wedding. So yeah. Okay, so then we head on over here with Ashley and Joe Ellen. Joe Ellen really reminds you of Teresa, far as everything looks, kind of the way she acts, but a little smarter maybe. They even both have a daughter named Gia. It's like, oh my goodness. So they have a play date with Ashley and Joe Ellen's children. And Joe Ellen wants to have a fresh start with Rosie. And so Ashley, her marriage is challenging because Jared is very moody and dark. He works a lot because he's trying to keep his coffee shop afloat. And, he feels like he's a terrible dad and husband because he's not there. Ashley tries to act like everything is perfect on Instagram. That's what Joe Ellen is saying. And I'm like, don't everybody do that? People don't post well, some people do, but most people post the good things, the highlights of their lives. That's up to you to decide if you feel like their life is perfect or not. But who wants to post the bad times? Nobody's going to post that they short on the money and can't pay their rent. No one's going to post that. Okay. So now Ashley is crying and she says, she even has a nanny that comes works for her for 33 hours a week. And I'm like, and you can't seem to find peace of mind with the nanny that comes to work every day. You can't find time alone to recharge. You can't find time to be with your husband. A nanny for 33 hours. A friend of mine once said that yeah, I'm not gonna say that, women, a certain type of woman needs to learn how to struggle, and then they won't take things so hard and just can't function and crying and woe is me. You need to learn. Any human being, growing up privileged or spoiled, you need to learn how to suffer. Life is, you know, will throw you lemons, as we know. You need to learn how to pivot through the bad times. Okay, so Liz, Kelsey, and Rulla, honey, we meet Rulla, honey. They go out for lunch. Rulla is this classy, calm boss lady. She loves a spicy margarita. I said, I knew that was my girl. I knew she was gonna be my girl. So Rula didn't go to the 4th of July party. So she asked the ladies, how was it? They were like, oh, it was fun. It was fun. We had a good time. So Rula asked both of them, why do y'all hang around Joe Ellen? Like, I don't get it. You know, Rula and Joe Ellen has had their ups and downs. Now, they're not friends. Rula met Joe Ellen through Liz, but she knows her through the beauty industry. So Joellen been stirring Rula's pot, saying that she's getting divorced because he's cheating on her with a slut, a petty slut. And so he's leaving his wife for her. And Liz, says, girl, don't trip. I got your back. Don't worry about all that. But Liz tells us that her husband, Brian, has a mistress. Now, baby, that's all you had to say was that his name was Brian. Baby, every Brian I know have dated, heard other people date, they ain't no good. They all cheat. Okay, I'm going to say it. All Brian's cheat. I ain't heard of a good story with a guy named Brian. And I'm talking about Brian and Bryan. I don't care how you spell it. Put two in. Well, no, that would be Brian. But I don't care how you spell it. Just certain people, certain names have bad reputations, and Brian is one of them. There's another name that fits that bill, but we won't get into that. But you heard it from me. All Brian's cheat. So there is a picture online of Brian and his sloppy cockroach of a mistress because the mistress posted the picture. Girl, I know you lying. Does she know he's married? Got to know he's married. Because the mistress knows all of your business. You just don't know nothing about her. So, honey, Liz put Rula in touch with Joe Ellen, who saw the picture first. Rula thought Joe Ellen was coming to be supportive, but instead, Joe Ellen spreading the picture, running her mouth all around town. And baby, those rumors are flying quickly in Rhode Island, the whole state, okay? So Rula says that the affair is done. He ain't doing that no more. Liz says, girl, I know you lying. Delulu. Brian is still with that cockroach. Rula says, let me be delusional, okay? Because you've been through this too, Liz. Rula says, Liz and her husband, they both cheat on each other, honey. When he go out of town, honey, Liz gets to roaming around, honey. So Rula says, when you have your own kids, it's a game changer. Whoa. Why did she say that? Child, Liz was like, those three girls are mine too. I raised them since the oldest was 3. They didn't have a mom. I'm their mom. Don't do that because I give my life to them girls. Don't do me. So Rula apologizes. I didn't mean it like that. But what did you mean it like? Because there ain't but one way to say that I ain't no mama. Not biologically, like, girl, I didn't just, girl. So she took it back. Okay. So Alicia goes to visit Kelsey in her, Kelsey's boyfriend's home, Child, she got a full-time housekeeper. Girl, she got it going on. She ain't got nothing to worry about, just lonely. So she apologized for what she said at the posh picnic about Kelsey's relationship. The people was putting their little 2 cents in a little bit. So Kelsey gets it. She understands that people gonna question her relationship. She been dealing with this for the last 10 years. And honey, I'm gonna tell y'all why. Kelsey's boyfriend's father was like a very known judge in Rhode Island. He's passed away, but honey, plenty of money, come from plenty of money, popular. That's probably why he's blurring his face out on this show. But honey, I know who he is, his name, his everything, and I got pictures to prove it. But y'all gotta wait till the end to get all that. Okay. So Chelsea gets it, da 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 da. So Chelsea tells Ashley that Rulla is not a fan of Joe Ellis and she doesn't think her husband is cheating. Alicia's like, oh, I would like to know the truth because, the rumors say otherwise. They say he's still messing with that cockroach. And that's what we gonna name her. We got coleslaw in Huntsville. We got a cockroach. I don't know what city, but in Rhode Island. Because, everybody lives somewhere. So we learn about Rulla, child. She lives in Lincoln. She would never live in Cranston like Joe Ellen. She was born in Providence, the capital. She owns a boat, and she's the only female captain in the whole state. Okay, wonderful. She runs her own financial planning firm. She runs a tight ship, honey. She don't play no games. She has 2 children, Luca, her son, who's 8, and Layla, who's 5, little girl, sassy little girl. She's been with Brian for 12 years, married for 9. He's a podiatrist. I said, oof. He's fully 100% Italian. She's half Lebanese and Syria, and they mesh really well. Brian said his cheating was in the past. He begged and cried for Rulla's forgiveness. And production asked, so did you forgive him? She says, I'm working on it. But she's able to track his every move. So that's probably why she can say he's not cheating anymore. Baby, I'm following him. But yeah, don't let the girls know that, Rulla, because they will swear you are insecure and woo wop 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 and all the things. So, child, I think I like me some Rulla, honey. I like Ruru. I like her. So the ladies meet at Alicia's house. They are headed to a winery. In a winery, they're going on a sprinter. And so they all meet, hop in, drinking on the way, pre-gaming. So when they get there, they're in the vineyard just looking at the grapes. Somebody said it looked like a tomato. Okay. So they go get ready to sit down and have lunch. But Kelsey pulls Joellen to the side to let her know that Rulla is coming. Okay. Joellen is like, oh, great. And she says, I'm the blame for spreading the tea. Never mind that the mistress posted the picture first and I saw it, but I'm catching the heat for talking about it. Like everybody talks about it, but I'm the one. I'm the one. So at the table, Liz and Kelsey are updating the others. Nope, not Kelsey, because Kelsey is outside with Joellen. So see, I don't have Ashley and Rosie's face together. When I began this episode, Besties, I couldn't tell the 3 apart. Kelsey, Rosie, Ashley. So now I can, but I don't remember who. I guess it don't matter. At the table, Liz and either Rosie or Ashley were updating the others, calling Joellen Joe Helen. That's what Liz called her. But let me think. Kelsey was not at the posh picnic. It was 4 girls, and I think that was Rosie that was there. I don't think Ashley was there. I want to say it was Rosie there because I don't think Ashley was there. But then we learn that Rulla and Brian retaliated on Joe Ellen. Child, I said, what? They called Joe Ellen's job and was emailing HR trying to get her fired from her job, girl. Ooh, I said, oh no, not the tag to the double tag teaming. Honey, they said, we gonna get you, mouth almighty. That's what we call people who talk too much. Mouth almighty. I think that comes from Do the Right Thing. So, shout out to Spike Lee. Honey, Joella was like, no, they didn't. I don't even know what my job got to do with their rumor. Your husband is cheating on you. What they got to do with me and my job? She was like, my husband pays the mortgage, but I pay for everything else. Don't do me. I got to feed my kids, okay? So Rulla calls. She can't make it, honey. She said she was in urgent care for 2 hours. They said, where's she at? They said, she in the bed all glammed up wearing a hat. And I was looking at her hair, besties. Do y'all think that was a wig? It looked like a bad wig. But anyway, child. So then Joellen, old messy self, she gets up and she walks over to where their gift boxes are or whatever, right? And she throws rulers out into the bushes. Child, just petty. Petty. So Chelsea wants everyone to stop talking about each other. You got something to say? You got something to ask? We're going to put it on the table right now. So everyone has to write a question to someone at the table anonymously and put it in the box that was over there where Joellen threw rulers away, and you put it in the box with their names on it. And then the person has to read all the questions in their box, right? So here we go. Ashley, when you lose your virginity, honey? She said 29. Kelsey was like, wow, I lost mine at 14. I was like, girl, you is a fast tail heifer. 14. No offense, Bessie, if that's you too, but ooh, 14. Girl, I think I had just stopped playing with Barbie dolls at 14. Because I had my first job at 14. I didn't have time and I was scared. I wasn't going to do all that. I waited, but not till 29. Hi, Mom. So, Alicia, did you hook up with Gary, Joe Ellen's husband? She was like, never. He's my brother. Hello. We go back to 3 years old. He was my prayer partner. So don't do that. That's my little brother. So Joe Ellen asked, did Rosie have with the coach? Rose is like, no, he did mess with a newscaster. It was not me. I never met him. She said she barely likes her husband. What's she going to do with an older old man that's coaching? Not her class, not her style. Don't do that, okay? Joe Ellen, are you a swinger? No, but I would love to be. But Gary ain't going for that. We've had a threesome once. What? Okay. But she said Rhode Island is a big swinger community, honey. It's not uncommon to see a upside down pineapple on a porch. But she wishes it could be her. But no. Kelsey admits to dating someone else, honey. Yes. She been with this older man for 10 years. He don't want no children or maybe any more children. I didn't dig into that. But she's like, I'm 30 now. I want kids. So yes, I am dating someone else. So Rosie keeps pinning her to be in a relationship like, oh, so she does have 2 boyfriends. Okay. And I said, oh, well, I heard her say she's dating. I heard she said she's dating someone else. I didn't hear that she had committed to being in a relationship with another person. And Kelsey is trying to put her into some polygamous relationship, polyag. It's like, girl, wait a minute. What Kelsey is doing is cheating. She's not poly. When you're poly, you're open about seeing other people. That man ain't agreeing to her seeing someone else. I bet you he ain't coming in that house. but maybe he is. Now that would be disrespectful. Now, Kelsey, that would be my question to her. Are you do your does your other guy come over? I would love to know. That could have been where was Rosie, the newscaster? Why didn't you ask that? We need to know. Cause how you dating? I know you going outside that house. That man probably got cameras everywhere. So Kelsey says she's happy. Both guys are wonderful, and she don't care if she end up with one or the other. I said, but you said you want kids, so you can't end up with your boyfriend. What's his name? John. You know your boyfriend, John. Would this be a good time to let y'all know? I guess it would. I'm almost done with this recap. So, y'all, this is what I found out, honey. Let me hold on, y'all. If y'all hear the pages. Okay, nothing a whole bunch. I just wanted to show y'all the pictures, but Kelsey's man name is John Capiro. John Capiro. He is the son of a judge, popular, beloved judge of Rhode Island, Frank Capiro, and he has passed away. So I have pictures of John and Kelsey and John and the other lady that lives in Miami. And here they are. Uh-huh. He's not a bad looking guy, right? He's handsome. But to me, he doesn't look that old. So if she's 30, it's safe to assume that he might be in his 50s. He looks good. But here go old girl. What y'all think about the lady in Miami? She's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so is Kelsey. But yeah, did y'all pay attention that last week's episode she said that he spends 5 months in Miami, and then in this episode she said 6 months. Okay, so he's splitting between the both of you. Are you friends with the lady in Miami? Because I mean, at this point, why can't y'all all just live together? I doubt if y'all even bump into each other in that house in Rhode Island. 16,000 square feet, 4 kitchens. There's no need to even see her. Okay. Now that would be a polygamous relationship, Rosie. But right now, it's called cheating because the guy John does not know she's seeing someone else, but he might know now. Okay, so Kelsey says she's happy. Now they discuss the conversation about Kelsey at the posh picnic. Alicia asked Joe Ellen, why did she bring up Kelsey in the first place? Joella denies that she brought it up. The flashback, they played the flashback. It said you did bring it up. And then there were follow-up questions by Rosie. And then when Rosie got to asking her questions, Joellen shut it down. She wouldn't talk about it. Go ask her, is what she said. So Joellen apologizes because Kelsey is like her little sister. And, she said, no, let me tell you my part. I got it a little, I said a little something, but when the conversation kept going, I stopped it. Yeah, that's my truth. And I don't think I did nothing wrong because I stopped it. And so someone was telling her what she should have said. And she was like, check this out. Next question. So Alicia asked Liz, the question said, I love you, but what's the news is the news of H true? And so Liz is like, what is this? Can you, she called Alicia Cece. She was like, can you translate this? What does this mean? Well, so Alicia's kind of scared. And she's like, are you having an affair or something like that? And so Rosie tells us in the confessionals that, honey, she's heard rumors of Liz and her boyfriend doing whatever. They talk like 400 times a day because Liz is 56 years old and she don't know how to text. She rather talk. I'm like, girl, don't do that. Don't age shame older people. There's plenty of people that know how to text that's over 30, over 40, over 50, over 55. Don't do that, Rosie. So we learned from Liz that her friend, her and her husband's friend, is named Dino. He's handsome, young, little tender, but she said that's like her little brother. You know, she said something happened, but she didn't sleep with him. I'm like, what happened? What happened? Kissed? He hit you on the butt? What happened? Do you consider slobbing on the knob not doing it? I need context. We need to know because somebody, Rosa, you supposed to be asking the back the follow up questions, girl. Where clock in, girl? Okay, so something happened, but it wasn't the official penetration of it all. So then Alicia apologizes to Liz because Liz don't appreciate her asking that. She's like, "We close, you know that's not what's going on." You know. And so Liz said there was a time my husband took up fishing. He would be gone like 3 weeks out of a month. And so she was always with Dino, and she said he's special to her, and she knows what it looked like, but it's not that. Well, we want to know what it is because you just said something to the fact that it was something, but it wasn't that. But it's what happened. What happened, you liar? And besties, that was the end of the episode. Now I am completely off from my job and from YouTube. I can enjoy the rest of this Monday. I have tomorrow off. I have Wednesday off. I got to work, Thursday and Friday at work, and then back to YouTube Thursday through Sunday. Oh, I'm going to go enjoy myself. Besties, let's keep the conversation going. Drop down in the comment section and let me know what you think about Rosie and Kelsey and this relationship and the pictures I showed you. And Rulla, we met Rulla. And what do you think about girl Joe Ellen? Child, all the people. But besties, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is on. And I'll be back with another recap on Thursday. It'll be Beverly Hills. Bye, besties.